Hello and welcome to another update video about Bonk. The Bonk chart is still in this sort of sideways range, but it's possible that we have finally completed this triangle and the upside momentum is gaining, the upside is increasing in momentum, the uptrend. That's precisely what we want to see in this fifth wave. I mentioned it in my video yesterday that we had a complete triangle and that ideally from this region, if this is a triangle in wave 4, we actually see a move to the upside. And while it is technically possible to call the wave 1 complete here with this high, but because this was not a higher high, therefore only valid as a so-called truncation, which is only valid really in an exceptional circumstance. So it's not great. While that's possible to count it complete, I would prefer a nice 5-wave move up. And maybe we finally get it. I mean, I've been waiting for this 5th wave now a couple of weeks. This would be the moment, right? And hopefully that last low is holding. What we need, however, for further confirmation is a break above the B wave of this triangle. So remember what we talked about. We talked about that Bonk might be forming an impulsive reversal. I talked about a reversal from down here. While many coins didn't really do much, since like from the middle of April, Bonk actually started to reverse to the upside impulsively. But so far only in 3 waves. Now it takes one more high to call it really an impulse. And this 5th wave might be unfolding right now. The 4th wave could be this triangle, which is a 5-wave move A, B, C, D, E. Other interpretations are of course possible here, but I think actually the idea of a triangle fits quite well. And then a 5th wave to the upside should send us to the 61.8 extension at 349,250. At least this would be the ideal target. Lower is possible, higher is possible, but this would be the ideal target. We first need a break above this B wave high, as I said, and then the next resistance will be the 1.236 extension at 315,219, and then the 1.38 extension at 331232, and then the 61.8 extension. So it's just a different extension, different way of measuring. So don't get confused because it's just a different sort of way of measuring that I've applied here with the solid line, the 61.8 extension. So ideally, to somewhere there, we're going to see that reaction and then possibly the start of the wave 2 pullback. So after 5 waves up, we should get an interesting trade setup in wave 2. Obviously, here we also had a setup. These are always difficult because they are trading a 4th wave for a 5th wave. We had a very well-defined range. So ideally, if you made use of that, if you wanted to. But the interesting setup will typically follow again in a wave 2, especially if we get a wave 2 of this size. Wave 1 up, which is then quite clear if it gets another high. That means if we get 5 waves, there is a higher probability that in any pullback it will form a higher low. I cannot really give you a support area. I mean, I've added a support zone already in case we break below upper support. Then it could already provide some support, the lower support region. But if we actually form one more high and form the 5-wave move, this support zone always needs to be adjusted with the price. I would have to adjust it. And then I will mention that possibly in one of the next videos. Because we really get a breakout for that one more high, then it would be the last high. Because after a triangle, there's typically only one more wave left. And then, I'm going to give you that support zone, but I need some kind of a higher high for that. And I need evidence that a top has been struck. Only then I can give you that new support zone. And then once we have bottomed in the wave 2, we should see a rally in a 3rd wave. And then there should be a 4th and a 5th. And all these targets can be further specified and, in a more precise way once we get these 5 up complete and then the 3 down. But it should send us sort of into the region around 730, 239, possibly higher. It depends on how high the wave 1 actually goes. So I'll keep you updated about Bonk. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.